Has this ever happened to you? Someone does something that just pisses you off. Oh, you want to say something, but you don't. You make excuses to yourself. Oh, you have that conversation in your head, and it is ugly. Later, you give that person the cold shoulder, which she totally deserves for the way she responded in your imaginary conversation. I know it sounds crazy, but this happens all the time. I've coached and trained over 2,000 managers in the past decade, and I see how hard they work to avoid conflict. They say, "No, not me, I don't avoid." Yeah, you do. Employee issues come up, and managers do almost everything except work it out with the person eyeball to eyeball. It's your job to give feedback. But managers say, it'll be ugly. But what if it wasn't? What if it could work out? Here's a 3-part strategy so you can give negative feedback and get a positive result. Start by saying your message objectively so the person can hear it. Second, listen actively so you can learn something. Do problem solving together. Okay, there's the big picture. Let's start with the message. Here's what a good one sounds like. I'd like to talk with you about your project. That's a period. I see you've built your piece half the size that was called for. The concern is it won't fit with the rest of the product. Here's a tip. You don't say those periods out loud, but you need them. When I say the word conflict, no one ever says, "Yay, more please." I'm more likely to hear, "I'd rather stick a pencil in my eye." So I have a few tips for you so you can resolve conflict more easily. Start by going eyeball to eyeball with the person. Not email or text, put the phone down. And say what you've seen, not what you think about it. And please, stay calm. Listen for their point of view, not how closely it matches yours. And finally, work with the person to find a fix you can both support. All of this takes self-management. My client, Kevin, is a great example. He learned these skills and rejected most of them. But later drove out to a job site to check on a contractor. When he got there, he found such a mess. He sat in his truck, vibrating with anger, death grip on the wheel, cartoon steam coming out of his ears. Juiced up on adrenaline, he was just about to jump out of that truck, poke somebody in the eye when he stopped. He took a moment to breathe, to get his head on straight before he started moving his lips. They worked it out. Work it out, my friends. Eyeball to eyeball.